If you name a figure by its base, what is the name of this figure? So first off, you want to identify if it's a prism or a pyramid. So since you have two base, a bottom base and a top base, you can say this is not a pyramid. But you identify a figure by its base, so look at this base and tell me the name of this figure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. So this is called a pentagon. So you would say this is a pentagonal prism. Since the lateral face are made up of rectangles, you can call it a prism. Okay, 1, 2. How many lateral face do you have? So you need a lateral face. Lateral is left and right. You need a lateral face to connect to each edge of the base. So this edge is going to connect to this lateral face. This edge right here is going to connect to this lateral face. This edge right here is going to connect to this lateral face. This edge is going to connect to this one, and this edge is going to connect to this one. So a net must fold up into the perfect three-dimensional figure. So however many edges you have on the base, you need the same number of lateral face. So keep that in mind when you have to draw a net. Here's another one. So this is, what is the name of this shape? The name of this three-dimensional figure. So if we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 edges on the base. So since you name a figure by its base, this is called a hexagonal pyramid. Because the base is a hexagon, you name a figure by its base, and then it's a pyramid. It's not a prism. A prism has lateral face made up of rectangles because you have a bottom base, and then you have rectangles, and then you have a top base sitting on top. So here's a hexagonal prism right here. This is a hexagonal prism. This is a hexagonal pyramid. So notice the difference between a pyramid and a prism. So you could think of Egypt, you could think of something you learned in social studies. This is called a pyramid. This is a prism. So if it has a one base with a peak at the top, you know the lateral face are made up of triangles, and it's called a pyramid. If it has two base, two base, and the lateral face are made up of rectangles, then you know it's called a prism. Okay, prism, pyramid. You name a figure by its base. So this both of the base are hexagons. So you would say hexagonal prism, hexagonal pyramid.